Hello, my name is Kelly Cannon, and this is the Salt Lake Tribune Daily Buzz, a video series where we bring you the important story of the day. So as various Utah communities try to mitigate their flood dangers, public officials have urged Utahns to prepare by purchasing flood insurance policies. However, thousands of people may not have access to it, and a few communities participate in a federal program to make it more affordable. Over 24 Utah municipalities with flood hazard areas do not participate in the Federal Emergency Management Agency's voluntary national flood insurance program, cutting their residents off from access to flood insurance policies through the government. And only 13 communities in the state have implemented flood mitigation standards that would cut their residents' rates to purchase such policies. Now, created by Congress in 1968, the NFIP insures people against the risk of flood losses while also encouraging communities to adopt and enforce safer floodplain regulations. Anyone who lives in an NFIP community can get an insurance policy through the program. FEMA has identified a total number of 25 municipalities in Utah that have flood risk and do not participate in NFIP. That number is higher than any other of Utah's neighboring states. And most of the communities with flood risk that don't participate in NFIP have less than 5,000 residents and are in rural areas of the state. And there's a high concentration of towns outside of the program in northern Utah. According to Heidi Carlin, a floodplain management specialist for FEMA's Region 8, small towns usually don't participate because they lack enough resources to do so. She said, quote, "We have many floodplain administrators in those rural areas that wear 5 different hats. We have literally seen a dog catcher be a floodplain administrator. So it all comes down to time and money." Not all of the Utah municipalities that don't participate are small or rural. 2 cities in Weber County, Far West and Hooper, aren't part of NFIP. According to the U.S. Census Bureau 2021 estimates, combined, there were nearly 17,000 residents living in those communities, and both are expanding. Now, the largest city with a flood risk that doesn't take part in NFIP is Cedar Hills in Utah County. By the U.S. Census Bureau's count, there were more than 10,000 people living there in 2021. Now, if a municipality doesn't participate in the program, that doesn't mean that residents can't get private flood insurance. But private flood insurance is often much more expensive than the policies offered through NFIP. Although Utah has the nation's lowest average rate for NFIP, which is around $716 annually, according to Policy Genius, the cost remains beyond many Utahns' budgets. If communities are willing to adopt higher flood mitigation standards, they can also opt into FEMA's community rating system, and policyholders living there can get discounts as high as 45%. 13 communities in Utah participate in the community rating system, and 7, Bountiful, Logan, Moab, the Greater Grand County, Orem, Provo, and St. George, have met requirements to qualify for discounts. The most heavily discounted policies, according to FEMA's data, are in Logan and Orem, where residents get 20% off their policies. Salt Lake City is one of the only major cities in the West that hasn't opted into the program, according to the maps compiled by FEMA. Now, we want to hear from you viewers. What do you think about the different communities voluntarily going under NFIP in order to offer discounted rates of flood insurance? Do you personally own flood insurance, and do you do it through a government program, or do you do it through private insurance? If you don't have flood insurance, why don't you have flood insurance, or are you going to get it? Comment below, or you can tweet us at SLTrib. Thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you want all of our videos, including the Daily Buzz videos, as soon as they are live, be sure that you are subscribed. You can also find us on social media such as TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at SLTrib. Thanks.